Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and we continue our journey into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the next film in our Avengers Endgame countdown, and that is Thor Ragnarok. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I put out videos daily. You can also find me over Twitter and Instagram at Movie Guy 365. All right, we've reached it. Thor Ragnarok, directed by Taika Waititi. As you can see in my hands, I have the 3D import, which I picked up from Amazon UK, and as well as the Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook. There's the back cover for that, and then the back cover for that. Let me talk a little bit about the discs themselves. Of course, Disney overall has stopped producing 3D discs in America, so I have to import pretty much everything now, including Thor Ragnarok. Now, as far as what I liked better as a presentation, I feel that the 4K is the general better of the two, but I do feel the 3D has very immersive and great pop-outs. I actually do like going back to the 3D quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I just watched it the other day in 3D and loved it. But I feel that the presentation on the 4K is good, but it's also not a reference quality disc. The audio, unfortunately, suffers from the Disney low audio thing with the Dolby Atmos. And quite frankly, I had to jam up the speakers pretty much all the way up just to get like a good sound. And even then, it wasn't substantial. I mean, you take movies like First Man and Bohemian Rhapsody just recently. Those give you a thunderous soundtrack in Atmos. This one is very muted, unfortunately. So I personally would ding it on the audio. As far as the HDR goes, it's good. It has a good amount of HDR color grading through, but I feel that it definitely, and I guess this is the way Taika Waititi filmed it, has a more filmic look. So you're not going to give even though like the film itself is very colorful in its settings and everything like that, it still feels a little muted to me. It's not a reference quality HDR picture, unfortunately, in my opinion. But there is a great amount of detail. There is, several scenes where HDR does shine and flash. But overall, it has just a filmic look. But it looks clean. It looks good. Overall, both versions I like to go to both back and forth. As far as the Steelbook goes, I'm a Steelbook collector. But I was really on the fence about picking this one up. I didn't think it was a great image. I might have even considered getting the standard slipcover. But when figuring I was going to get a slipcover edition with the 3D, I just went with the Steelbook. So let me talk about the movie itself. Big lead into Infinity War with this one, obviously with the ending. But this kind of was a complete departure of the character and the series up until this point. I personally enjoyed the original Thor. Yes, it had a couple issues here and there, but I didn't feel it was a bad movie. In fact, I really dug it. I liked the score and the soundtrack. Thor the Dark World kind of speaks its own story. You can check back in my Thor the Dark World countdown video. I did one for that. I linked the entire playlist onto at the end of this one. But this one was pretty much almost a reboot in a lot of ways. Now, I didn't mention in my Thor the Dark World video that I loved how they set up Loki as taking over Asgard, covertly. But I don't like what they did with the results of that. And I said I was going to talk about it in this video. So I feel it was kind of played for laughs. At the end of The Dark World, it had more of a sinister connotation with Loki assuming the mantle. I don't know if something happened in between those movies to just warrant that change, but I didn't enjoy it at all. Yes, it was funny. The scene was great, but I don't feel it was, knowing the character the way we did, kind of what you would have expected. It was so he basically just became ruler just to kind of have a couple parties and that kind of thing. I know they've done it in the comics and it had more sinister overtones to the plot, but I don't know. I overall didn't enjoy that aspect of the movie. But I did enjoy everything else. I really liked it. Unfortunately, we're missing, I do feel also that the Warriors 3 pretty much got just vetoed out of the whole film. There's no, Lady Sif is not even, she's only mentioned once as far as almost goes for laughs a little bit. but I did enjoy the movie quite a bit. In fact, I really loved it. It was also one of those where I feel the trailer, even though the trailer gave away the Hulk thing, would have been better served if they had not put that in the trailer. But I guess they really wanted people to get into the movie, and they kind of needed like a carrot for people to do. But imagine the shock and surprise if we're in that theater and all of a sudden the Hulk's in the movie. I think that would have been way more effective. I disagreed with that marketing strategy pretty much. But I mean, we get so many good things. I think Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie was inspired casting. I love her in it. Korg, come on. I mean, I love Korg. He needs to be in Endgame. Let's hope he is. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the dynamic between Thor and Loki. It's kind of a buddy cop thing. And I can't not mention Cate Blanchett as Hela. Just love that. I love her role. I love what she did. She was a great villain. Clearly overpowered as far as like a match for Thor, even when he was like discovering what his true power was. But I love that the whole dynamic between the two and the play. It was just really, really good. Overall, I feel Thor Ragnarok was a very strong entry. I did have some gripes about it. As I said, it didn't really match with the lead-in from Dark World. But, I loved how these characters interacted. And it gave us a good little corner of the Marvel Cosmic Universe, which is always good. And, Jeff Goldblum, come on. It's just awesome. Awesome right there. But, I enjoyed this. I really did like this one, probably out of all the Thor movies. I'm hoping to see more of this kind of style. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be with Thor, but, Taika Waititi directing another Marvel film would not be the worst thing I've ever heard. In fact, I would just enjoy that very much. But let me know in the comments, what did you think of Thor Ragnarok? I really enjoyed it. I'm so happy, we got the direct lead into Infinity War. And, it's a very, very fun movie overall. And let me know what you thought. And in the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.